We've got a lot of stories about generosity and good things happening in the community, and so we want to have a place where we can tell those stories, talk about it, have a conversation over what it means to give to community, celebrate people who are doing as such, and the hope is that we would leave that space with that fresh breath of like, oh, I love it here, I want to go and do likewise. Then the other piece, and this was something that Rand Morgan, predecessor at the foundation, he was like, this needs to be entertaining. this needs to be a good time. I've been to so many boring lunches in my life. You know, like once you call a lunch a luncheon, you're like, okay. and so, yeah, Rand said, like, it's got to be entertaining. This year, the hope was, and the dream was to put together a songwriter circle. And so for this songwriter circle, we invited 4 local musicians that represent the different genres of Weld County. Each of these artists are approaching community in very different ways in their take on it. But as they were explaining it to me, my thought was, of course, like, these are going to be very, very different glances at community that all together will paint a richer, better picture for us.
When you're tasked to write about something specific, I actually feel that can give a certain sense of freedom. I like having a prompt. I like writing for specific things. And even community is pretty broad, you know? So, because I have songs already about community that might be about my family or my friend group or larger ways of looking at the world. So the song that I'm playing, I wrote when I was living with several members of the Burros, the band that I play drums for. We were all young and we shared a big house and a bunch of us lived there together. And the song is called Light On. And it was about the feeling of coming home to the house and seeing whoever's light was on in their respective rooms or maybe in the living room, and knowing that someone was gonna be there. Just that like excitement to see someone that you love and knowing that they care about what's going on with you, which is the whole point of community, is just to feel seen, to have someone to share excitement, but also the like hard days, and know that you're not gonna feel alone in any of those moments.
This is the work of a songwriter, to write a song, to share from their heart, to connect with an audience, to bring more beauty into the world. The role of us at the foundation, we are about very different work. Our work, the thing that we are about, is creating charitable funds. And then in general, it is good, in the same way it is good to have more music in the world, it is good to have more generosity in the world. And all of us have something to contribute to this work by way of creating and curating and helping a community to thrive. I think a songwriter is creating something that helps us reflect on those types of beauties, the beauty of the garden, the things that we need to wake up to, that we need to realize are there.
I'm very excited just to see everybody, you know, it's nice to be a part of that and sort of give back in a sense of that. I hope the performance brings people joy. I hope it connects them to some ideas about community that are maybe new or just like presented in a fresh way.
I think community is vital, and I do think that some place like a foundation giving grants towards nonprofits who are doing work that means for the betterment of all of us, work that fulfills not just basic needs, but things like within the arts, things within education, things within health. These are our neighbors, these are our friends, these are people that we live with and have this experience of our county together. The quote, "Rising tide lifts all boats," is very true.